Now, good day, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are going to work on a bug fix. The bug exists in a test, or more specifically, the infrastructure around a test. So, this is an issue that has been filed by Ricky quite a while ago, and we've been working on multiple aspects of this issue since, and hopefully the work remaining is small compared to what we started with. So let me explain a little bit the context around this issue. We have been using the tool called Make for building CockroachDB ever since the CockroachDB project was founded in 2015. And the reason for using Make is because we use a lot of rules to derive files from other files in a way that the Go compiler is not able to do. And the rule system we have is a bit complicated, especially complicated to maintain, and it's not able easily to track the dependency system very easily. Like, Make language has to be explicit. Now, why this matters is because we also use CI, continuous integration, to ensure that CockroachDB builds fine, and that is running like thousands of times per day. And we really would like to be able to reuse build artifacts across runs of CI. But this can only happen if our dependency tracking is precise, especially all the version tracking, because that's the only condition until which we can validly reuse build artifacts across CI runs. All right, so that's the context. And so a little bit step forward is that in order to solve this issue, we are envisioning using a tool called Bazel, which is a open source version of a tool used inside Google for many different projects, nearly all of them, I believe. And that work is quite advanced already. Bazel is a build system that has precise dependency tracking. And so we have worked on integrating Bazel with CockroachDB, and Ricky is actually leading that project. And what happened is that throughout the migration, if we can call it this way, certain tests, unit tests in CockroachDB have started failing. The main reason why they fail is because they assume a particular layout of the source code on the file system, which Bazel does not reproduce exactly. And so we had to modify those tests to become more flexible. Now, Ricky is now calling into question what these two tests here, these two packages are doing, and there are failures. So here is an example run with that failure. We are looking at the first example, and what we see is that when we run the commands, the test run fails, and we get a test log, which we're going to look into in a second. And the other package that is related is the log package, and it also has a failure, a different failure, but also a failure. So that's what we're going to look into today. What is that failure exactly? And it is not completely unlikely that we will have to go and work on one or two dependencies of CockroachDB to teach them about their new environment under Bazel, namely the errors library and the Sentry report system. So I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. It might be simple, it might be long, I don't know yet. Let's start by investigating the failure here. And the message here is that the color package is deriving stack traces for the colors inside when generating a stack trace? Well, okay, more specifically. So we have wrapped the logic that the Go language provides to generate stack traces inside the helper package called callers. And that is meant to cache the result of looking up the source code for a given stack frame. And this logic here is expecting a particular shape for, say packages, the path to, say, the last part of the file name, and it is intending to remove certain parts of those paths. And in the new Bazel world, it's confused by the fact that the prefix here doesn't look like what it used to know about before. So I think this particular test here is going to be okay. I think that the problem is that it is assuming that the path starts with a separator, a path separator, and that is not the case. So strip to go path src. So I don't understand what this 6 is for. So let's see. So there is a regular expression somewhere. Let's see, where is it? So what does this one say? Nothing. Okay, cool. Where is it? That one we're going to look at in a second. That one we'll look at a bit later as well. All right, so apparently everything about this regular expression is here. We are going to print it out just for helping to understand what's going on here. Cool. Let's rerun this test now. Yep. And it's going to fail in a new way, but now we hope that the test log will contain some details. It did not. Can we pass a run flag to the Bazel thing? I think we can. Let's see how it works. I want to pass the verbose flag to obtain details. All right. Why is this shell complaining? I'm supposing that my language server is misbehaving again. Right. Bazel build, and we have here test arc. All right. So that's what we want. Oops. Ah, come on. All right. So we're not seeing this. Oh, so we might be looking at something here. All right. Let's defer this print. All right, so this is what it's matching. So anything followed by src, so that's assuming that we are compiling from Go path. And of course there is no src here, so that entire regular expression is not going to match. And then it says one component that was github.com, then CockroachDB, cockroach, optional pkg, and then the rest. And that's what's missing. What's the problem here? All right, so now we understand what's going on. All right, so let's analyze what the root is. The root is this. So that's the root directory. All right, that's cool. So if the root contains the separator and the last component is not color, here it is the case, and we are going to remove the last part. Past up here root. Yeah, well. Oh yeah, so it strips this part and it comes back here. All right, so we are okay with that. Then it says strip to go path src. So this is like, we're assuming here that the last part is pkg util. Six components. Hi Rail, happy Monday to you too. And then the results of this strip here is that we're going to have nothing left within Bazel. Yep, just a dot. All right, so here we have multiple cases. So part of the regular expressions that matches blah blah blah. It's the actual call size. We have a real color, so now we don't exactly know what to strip. Going up to the right mode src directory will be correct, and unless someone creates packages inside of a src directory within their go path. Yeah, so this logic here is kind of flawed, but we can't just remove it outright. So let's try to understand what's going on here. All right, pkg strip qsub plus strings repeat 3 times. So that is removing GitHub username repo name and then optional pkg. All right, so that's great. But the slash at the beginning, that doesn't work for us because we have here an alternative, and that is, all right, so there's something going here. So it's going to be like this plus qsub plus start. So what I'm doing here, we match either github.com in case there's an absolute directory, or github.com in case we're using inside sandbox. All right. And then if not strings that contains root sub. So that is a unusual case, which was somewhere here. Actually, we don't really know what to strip. Going on to the right mode src directory. Then it says qsub plus src. Yeah, that's okay. We'll assume that's okay. And then it says something else here. If strings.hashfix root sub plus src. All right, so if we're not looking at something slash src and we're not looking at slash vendor and we're not looking at slash pkg mods, then we take the root directory and we strip the package part. So now this is going to fail because in the Bazel case, oh no, all right. Let's be careful about this. So this case here, is assuming that I will have a separator in the root directory. So that's not a unusual case. Not a unusual case. All right, so that is a root directory. Stripped. Yes. Or just cool. I don't understand what this unusual case is about. All right. Now we're falling off here, and this is now going to fail with panic, unable to find base path. Okay, and that's okay, because we will know what to do. Just want to configure, verify that we are indeed encountering this case. Yep. Oh, that's okay. And now, why do we get the segmentation violations? That's another one, actually. Oh, interesting. wouldn't have expected the segmentation violation for a regular panic. But that's okay. It probably has to do with this fprintf here. The defer is failing. We don't mind that. So and then cool. And then we are going to say quote meta root plus pkg strip. Yes, that sounds right. And the pkg strip. Oh no, that's not right. Okay, so let's keep the qsub from earlier. I don't know what I'm doing. That's incorrect. That is incorrect. All right. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm going to remove the path separator. I don't actually understand why, given this is a separator / it doesn't need to be quoted in a regular expression. That really confuses me, but whatever. So we're going to say this. And then we are going to say this, and the quote meta here will come in 2 variants. All right. Okay. All right, and now we're going to do it again. Somewhere. So we don't need that anymore because we removed the path starter at the beginning. All right, and now we're going here. So we're going to say okay. Cool. And then this one. And then this one. And then this one is going to be this, else this. Cool. I think that will work. Yep, fix the test. And let's check that the compilation out of the Bazel sandbox still works. All right, that still works too. Party. So we can remove this defer. Like this, and then this one. Like this. And I think we will want to investigate a little bit the unit tests here. What is this unit test doing? I think we'll need to look the shape of the logging messages. Out. FreeBSD fast build. Bin? No. I don't remember how to build the executable. I think it's here. Yeah. So I'm going to run a before after execution here. So this color stuff is used to produce the prefixes in log entries to indicate which source file is responsible for the log message or the log entry. And so before the change I just made, the code was incorrect and was reporting bogus path. And what we're hoping now is that thanks to the change we made, we have... Let's compare the before after. So that's the before. So I stash to cancel my changes, and I'm going to build with the situation before my changes. And then we're going to see the problem happening. And then we're going to compare before after, and that will tell us whether we are a bit more successful this time. All right, so this is going to take a little while because of the need to compile the CMake target. So there is a bug filed about this. Let's benchmark this. So I'm a little sad because if this is what I think, it's going to take a long while to compile. So let's just not wait on this. I'm going to go and open some other file, separate file, and start investigating the place in the remainder of the source code where I think there might be an issue. And that would be, come on, in the errors library, in this file. All right, so frame, and this is going to be around this file here that we have to think about this better. Is there any logic here? Yeah, so format the frame according to the formatter interface. Source file, source line, function name. function name and path of the source file relative to the compile time go path separated by this. All right, and so it says sf.file and fang.pc file line. All right, so maybe we don't need to make changes here. All right, we're going to check this out in a sec. All right, and so where is the other logic that needs to get some attention? In the report package. So we use an integration with Sentry, Sentry.io, which is like a crash reporter. And there is some logic in there to decide whether we are what is called in-app or out-of-app. And let's see what it says, last index bytes. All right. So it doesn't look like this code is actually caring about the location in the file system of the source code. So that's pretty good. That means we might even have the luxury of not having a problem. Let's see. All right, so we will know whether this is problematic when we are going to try out the crash reporting code in the logging package. All right, so there is not an issue here. So let's go to Sentry Go and check what this code thinks about stack traces. There is some logic here that decides how to strip the prefix of a stack trace. Stip Sentry, don't know, frames. And we have the go root, third parties. All this gets removed automatically. And then there's a dot. Where is this trim prefix? Oh, here we are. PKG, package name. Already, okay, this already uses callers frames. So that's pretty good. All right. So it's the in-app frame here that interests me. Okay, so that's actually just very flexible. Oh, okay, I see. So that is kind of a bummer. Yeah, okay. All right. Still running. Look at this, 5 minutes just for compiling CMake. This is actually an issue we filed actually quite a while ago. Let me show it to you. Still hasn't been fixed. CMake. Where was it? Bazel. Nope. Oh. Okay, maybe it's not filed. That's surprising. CMake. I thought there was an issue for this. Maybe that's time to fix to file it. Let's first see if there is an issue already known in the Bazel project. All right. Maybe that's worth... I'm filing the issue because I actually remember what the symptom was. The problem is that it doesn't run parallel. So Bazel's CMake captured CMake dependency does not build efficiently. When running Bazel for the first time after a C++ compiler update or a version change, etc., it needs to rebuild its embedded copy of CMake again. However, the build process for CMake is very long. The problem. So how much time is it spending actually? It's easy 10 minutes. Yeah. Is it going to be 10 minutes? Yeah, very likely 10 minutes. The main problem is that they build flags for do not include -j or something similar to parallelize. So build, so we are seeing hundreds of C++ file compiled one after another. Build from scratch. CMake builds uses all 32 cores on my computer. And I'm going to have a screenshot of this. This. Cool. Project is Bazel, and it is a productivity thing. And submit. Cool. All right. So is it done already? No, it's not done yet. It's been 10 minutes already. From last time I ran this, it cost me just 10 minutes. And so hopefully it should not be very far anymore. So let's see which file is currently processing. I wouldn't know from this very long path here. It's going to be okay. We just have to wait very patiently. This had been 1 hour already. We would say, let's take a break. Unfortunately, It's not been 1 hour yet. I also want to see my before-after comparison going on in this test here, because I think we fixed the issue and I really would like to see this confirmed. Just 200 files, 100 files remaining to build. But sadly. Or maybe there is a option in CMake for wrapping the file names. Let's see. Highlight this. Highlight update interval. Update process time. Nope. Merge. Doesn't seem to have a option to wrap the text. Still going. Ah, it went to a different directory. It's now running tests. Okay, tests are good. Shouldn't need to do that, given that we are using a reproducible build. Every time it will build exactly the same thing. So why would the tests? Why would you need to run the tests in there if it's going to be the same every time? Oh. Now we have two commands going on next to each other. Okay, so that's better. Okay, now we're talking. Cool. So this is going to be quicker, because now the thing is can use all the processors, so it's faster. All right, so this is nearly done. Now we're going to run the command, and we're going to demonstrate that the path, the color path, are all broken up. Like what you can see here, that this is a super long path here. In a regular Cockroach server, we are expecting shortened path like this. So we're okay with having the vendor path for the vendor dependencies, but for the code inside CockroachDB, we want to truncate the common prefix. And when we run the Bazel thing, we see that this common prefix here is not being truncated. And so the dependencies are not being truncated. That's all right. But the Cockroach dependency should be truncated. So we really want to get all these prefix here go away. So let's restore our changes we just made, and then build this again, and then compare before after. Cool. Run it again. And we see a problem. So this is truncated okay. That's completely fine. So all these are fine. But just something else happened. The vendor dependencies don't get truncated. We want the vendor dependencies. Okay, all right. So that is not good. That is not good. So we're not going to erase the see GitHub username repo name blindly like this. We're actually going to remove CockroachDB. We oh. We don't need this. We don't need this because we have it here. We have it here. Okay. This is complicated. This is too complicated for my taste. All right, so we want to see the last components. This logic is trash. That is not making me happy. This logic is not making me happy. This is just not the right way to do this. All right, so we're going to rewrite this code because it's just not good. This is just too much complicated for this its own good. So, this regular expression will be applied. So, first of all, we need to check first where this is used. It is default call resolver. A regular expression. And where is the regular expression being used? Leftmost match of the regular expression in S and the matches if any of its sub-expressions are defined by submatch description in the package comment. Oh. and the matches, if any, of its sub-expressions as defined with submatch description. We need to understand what this is. This one. Let's see what it says. All right, so the things between parentheses are going to be returned here. And the full thing is the general pattern match. All right. So this wants to match the file name. Cool. All right. So what did it use to match here? So we were matching this here. All right. Strips to module, submodule. Yes. As follows. To submodule. All right. And then we have PKG mod to this. However, we have a last one, special case, which is a vendor. That is a problem, because we don't really want this to be true. We actually do want special treatment for CockroachDB, after all. And that's going to be this one. All right. Right. Other. And then access, and then this, and we will have a unit test to test this, by the way. And then we have here like this. That is going to be like this. And then CRTP root, vendor, file pass to general rule, but under CRTP are truncated to remove the CRTP root prefix, and paths that are not under CRTP are truncated to remove the go root, the absolute path prefix. before say package prefix. All right. That's what we want to have. And so we need to understand what is the package prefix of this module. And so we are not going to use colors frame, we're going to use color, we're going to use colors frame, I think. Yep, I think that's what we want. How does this work again? Colors. This looks like it. We want this. And all right. Right. Then we are going to use colors frames. Colors frames rpcs.next. Colors frame. Right. And then what do we have? Func dot name. Is that what we want? We want to have the name of the package. It's probably name. And we are going to have what do we want? That's not really what we want to do, is it? We want both the function name and we also want the file. And is a string. Func info function package path qualified function name of this call frame. I like this, so I think we want function, not func.name. All right. Cool. And then run this. And this failed. I got confused. Why is this failing? I meant for this to fail. Why is it not failing? Let's cool. Colors, runtime.colors. Oh, it's extern.go. Alright, that's not what the one I want. Better. Better. Okay, so that's what we want. So we are going to get this, remove this. All right. So the func name is here. Move suffix. How does this work again? Strings. Trim right. No, trim suffix. Suffix. All right. That is one of them. And then we're going to do the file one as well. And that is going to be this one. Right. And what we want is to remove components away from this. All right. And then we have an issue at the beginning. And so we will need to have this so there is a little bit of complexity here, which is that the directory is always going to be with forward slashes, path.dir. Oh, come on. Path. There. All right. We don't need to assume this, actually. We can... I do need to take a short break. There is someone at the door. I'll be back in a few minutes. We have been at this for 1 hour anyway. It's time for a break. So let's do this and we will come back to this in a few minutes. See you then. Hi again. Let's resume this little exercise. All right. We probably want to panic here. All right. So now we can truncate this. Okay, let's try this. I think the thing has asked me to correct something. Yep. Yep. Oh. Cool. Didn't really work. This is meant to it didn't. Why did it not remove the find file and packet root? Find file and packet root. I thought this was. Oh, I want to have CRDB path here. All right, this is good. And now we're going to try it in, say, in this case, like this. And we should see it here now. This is good. All right, so I have the root directory here, has the package directory here. It's good. And then inside the Bazel sandbox, we are seeing that the root is empty, which is what we want. And then we have this directory here. That's also what we want. All right, all right. Oops. Computer has decided that it was not happy. We'll need to resume the connection. Computer says no. Computer is restarting. Probably some maintenance operation that is complete. So let's wait for a minute. In the meantime, maybe someone reacted on the Bazel thing. Let's see what they say. Nope. Nobody said anything. Okay. Computer restarting. Maybe. Maybe. Come on. Yeah, now it started. Here. All right. And off we go. And we will want to do this. Right. Okay. And then we are going to have like this. Vendor. Okay. And then we can remove. Oh. Let's do the special case. That's none here. Okay. Colors. And then which directory are we actually? Oh, it's colder. Okay. And then we're going to remove all this junk. And then this. And then we want to match at the end here. So there is a question mark here. So it's going to be we don't care about that. We absolutely don't care about none of this. All right, so the file root might be empty. So it's going to be file root plus CRDB root, and that's an optional one. And then an optional package. Like this. And then the remainder of the line. Like this. And we are finished. Let's try this. Okay, so that's okay. Util color resolver test. All right. And there is a missing package here. Like this. File root. That ends with a slash. That needs to end with a slash too. That ends with a slash and then we're off. Yep, that passed. That also passed. And now we are going to create a cockroach binary. Verify that the logging is going fine. Yeah, okay, so we need to remove this printf debugging going on here. We don't need it anymore. Where is it? Where is it? It's here. Alright, so let's start. Alright, so there is so we are getting our short path here, completely fine. And then for the dependency here, we get the vendor, and that's also completely fine. It's actually better than what we had before because this is actually clearer. Happy. This makes me happy. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That is the one created with make. And now we're going to do the Bazel one. How do we do this again? I don't remember. Bazel build. Cool. And we have achieved success. So the vendor prefix is not there because the Bazel tree doesn't put a vendor prefix, but we're not going to be picky about this. That's quite good. Quite good already. All right. We are happy about this. Okay. So let's make a branch. Come on. Package pass. And the package root and say package root. This information is needed to construct. Cool. Cool. And now we're going to do the other files that needs to be adapted. And that's the log package. This one is going to complain probably. Oh. Because the path to the files has changed, perhaps. Maybe. I hope it's fine. Let's see where this... oh, it passed. All right. Let's see where this color thing has been invoked. Many places. So we will probably want to check a few of those unit tests. Like here. So okay, we will want to check a few things, but first Bazel test till log test. Yep, that's good. Yep. Okay, that has succeeded. Now we want to check this. Storage. Okay. Yep. All right. So this seems to be fine. Cool. Cookiebo says hey on the chat. So hi Cookiebo. Let's open a pull request with this. All right, let's also run this demo and then create a internal error. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. All right. The stack trace matches in both cases. All right. Well, we are going to be fine with this. So that was a fix for this. It is going to be probably sufficient. I hope that the CI will agree with me, but I think this was sufficient, and I like the fact that we have been able to reduce this code. Cool. Well, this has brought us very, very late in our session, so it nearly took 2 hours. I don't really feel comfortable starting a new project from scratch right now, or maybe switching over to a new issue, different topic, because then we'll need to go through the steps of explaining everything and then also reverse engineering whatever needs to be investigated first, and it's going to be a while. And it's already been nearly 2 hours. So, well, I will call it a day for today, but it's okay. Sometimes, as I was announcing at the beginning, sometimes the bug investigations take longer than expected, and that's one of them. That was one of them. So here we are. I hope that if you watch this, you are enjoying it, and I will see you next week. Have a very good week and a very good weekend.